Hello everyone, welcome to Shet Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science audio video lecture series. This is your maths professor Jaya Sharma, and in this video we will be starting with maths paper 1 lesson number 2 matrices, sums from exercise 2.1. Okay, here we will start with exercise 2.1 sums. Well, if you are thorough with the basics, you could do each and every sum on your own. Still, let's see few of them. Okay, now first question is, there's a matrix A given to us with elements 1 0 minus 1 3, and this is the transformation they are asking us to do. Now check out the symbol here, a double sided arrowhead. This symbol is actually called as interchange. Okay, now one more thing, let me remind you, exercise 2.1, there are a few misprints in the textbook about the question numbers, so no worries, we will just take serial order for the sums. And let's see the first sum here. R1 interchange with R2. What you have to do, you just have to interchange the elements of row 1 with elements of row 2. That is here. Okay, what you got to do now? R1 is this 1 and 0, and R2 is this elements minus 1 3. So when you interchange, we write A is equivalent to R2, you write it as R1, and R1 you write it as R2. Okay, so this is what we need to do for a given transformation like this. The second question, B is given with elements 1 minus 1 3 2 5 4. The transformation which they are asking is R1, means these are the changes you need to make in R1 as R1 minus R2. So what you need to do, you need to subtract R2 elements from R1 elements. All the corresponding elements you need to subtract. See this, again I'm reminding you, these elements are of R1 and these elements are of R2. So we have to subtract R2 from R1. Okay, then we will get the next equivalent matrix as. Now one more thing you need to check here, the transformation is asked only for R1, that is row 1. So there will be no change in R2. What we can do is, just to make our work little easy and less of mistakes, we can write the row elements which is not asking any kind of transformation. Okay, as I have done here. Now let's say what we'll get here, 1 minus 2, so we get minus 1, minus 1 minus 5, so we get minus 6, and 3 minus 4, so we get minus 1. This is the question which they have asked, and this is how we get the answer. Now let's check out next question, wherein they have asked a column transformation. Okay, the matrix given to us is A with elements as 5 4 1 3. Now they are asking here interchange column 1 and column 2. So when it is about column, you have to see the vertically placed elements, as in this way. 5 and 1 are the elements of column 1, 4 and 3 are the elements of column 2. Okay, you need not write all this how I am writing here with pencil, it is just for your reference. Okay, with practice you will understand. Okay, what answer we will get, we just need to interchange this. Okay, so I get A is equivalent to 4 3 5 1. What I did, I wrote column 2 elements as column 1 and then column 1 elements as column 2. Fine, let's take one more example here. Okay, next question I'm taking, B is equal to 3 4 1 5. Okay, let's take one more, R1 interchange with R2. Okay, so we get B equivalent to R1 interchange 4 5 3 1. Okay, just check out the question which brought this answer to us and the next question brought this answer to us. Check the elements. check the elements, they are same. So what we need to write, the two matrices are two new matrices are equal to each other. Okay, the question is asking what do you observe, so we will write the two matrices are equal to each other. Let's move on to next question. Our next question is, we have been given two matrices, matrix A and matrix B. We have asked to find addition of two new matrices. Now which two new matrices? In question they have also asked to perform these transformation as C2 is equal to 2 twice C2 for matrix A, and here they have asked R1 make the transformation in R1 as minus 3 R1. Now what does this mean? In column number 2 of matrix A, you have to multiply it by 2. See, 2 into C2. So these elements 2 and 1, we have to multiply it by 2. We will get, now column 1 and column 3 we don't have to do anything, so I have written that first to avoid mistakes. In column 2 we have been asked to multiply 2, so we get 4 2. Now here performing R1 as R1 is equal to minus 3 R1. So what I do is R2 elements I write as it is, and then what we will get, multiply this by minus 3, so we will get minus 3 0. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Okay, now the question, find addition of two new matrices, means we have to find addition of these two. So I will just write directly instead of writing the names, or this would be A plus B that we are performing. Okay, plus minus 3 0 minus 6 2 4 5. Just a little bit of brush up that addition or subtraction of two matrices is only possible when the order of two matrices to be added or subtracted is equal. As in this case we have 2 by 3 and this matrix is also of order 2 by 3, so addition is possible. And how do we add? We add the corresponding elements of the two matrices, as in here 1 plus minus 3, that will give you 1 minus 3, that's minus 2, and then 4 plus 0 gives you 4, minus 1 minus 6 gives you minus 7, 0 plus 2 gives you 2, 2 plus 4 6, and 3 plus 5 8. Here the sum is done. Now the next question, matrix A is given of the order 3 by 3 and the transformation asked are 3 R3 and then C3 plus 2 C2. Now always remember the very first which is written, they are actually asking us to transform in that particular row or that particular column. So while writing the answer, first of all we'll perform this. So that is 3 R3 is asked. So this will get changed in R3 row. Okay, that is third row. So A becomes, now as explained earlier, whichever rows are not subjected to transformation, let's write down those elements first. Now we have to transform only the elements from row 3. So R1 and R2 we will write as it is. Okay, and we have to transform this. 3R3 means thrice. Multiply this, we get 9, 9 and 3. Okay, it's easy. Next one, the transformation is C3 plus 2 C2. So we get B as, okay, now not B, this is the same matrix we are working with. So A again transforms as C3 plus 2 C2. So that means this transformation is to be done in column number 3. But then where you will do? Not here. Okay, this has to be done in this column. So what we get? C3 plus 2 C2. I will write C1 and C2 first of all as it is. Minus 1, 1, 9. And in the last column C3, what is there in third column? 3. I'll work out here in, I'll do the working in sidewise. Here 2 into C2. That is minus 1. Okay, so what do you get? 3 minus 2, that is 1. Okay, and then we have here 0 C3 plus 2 into C2, that is 1, 2 into 1, so that gives us 2. we get here 2. And third one we'll have 3 plus 2 into 9, 2 9s are 18, plus 3 gives us 21. So here it is 21. Okay, see this is how the transformations are to be carried out. It's easy. Okay, the next question which I have picked up is actually goes for DIY, that is do it yourself type of question. I'll just explain it, it's easy. There's a matrix A given similar to which we got in previous sum. Okay, and see the transformation which is asked here now, C3 plus 2 C2. See, this was the same what was asked in the previous sum. And then 3R3. Now earlier sum how it was 3R3 and then C3 plus C2 C2. Here it is C3 plus 2 C2 and then 3R3. And then they are asking what do you conclude from the example 6 and example 7. That is this and this sum. Now towards the end you will see there is a property that is followed by these two sums, and I'll give you that as a hint. You can just say both the transformations are commutative. Okay, just try it doing yourself. Now the next interesting topic starts exactly from here, where the actual transformations are asked to convert the given matrix into a particular type of matrix. So here you need to know what are the different types of matrices which we have covered in the previous video. I have provided the link of that video in the description section below. Okay, you can check it from there. For now, let's try to solve this one. Use suitable transformation to convert the matrix into an upper triangular matrix. Now, what is upper triangular matrix? Upper triangular matrix is when you consider these two elements as the diagonal elements, then the elements lower to the diagonal should be 0. That type of matrix is called as a upper triangular matrix. Now, let's see how we will do this. What we can do, just assign a name to this matrix. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, very important to understand how to use the transformations now. Okay, so far we were solving sums wherein transformations were already given to us, but here we have to give the transformation or use the transformations on our own. Now, upper triangular matrix means apart from these diagonal elements and apart from the elements above the diagonal, this lower element should become 0. Now, how to make it 0? You have to make use of mathematical operators plus the elements which are already present in the matrix. So, when this element in the place A1, 1, when this is 1 already, it becomes easier to make this element 0. See how we are going to do it. I'll just try to explain this in rough here. So how do I do this? 3, I have to make it 0 by using this 1. So what I can do, I will subtract with multiplying 3 to this one. Okay, what is this? Element taken from row 2. And what is this one? Element taken from row 1. And what I have taken on my own is minus 3. Okay, so here we get the transformation. 3 minus 3, it will give us 0. So this is the transformation which we need. Okay, so I write here, since we are going to make the transformation in R2, so I write R2 minus 3R1. Okay, you got it how I got the transformation. You just need a little bit of practice of this and then you will be perfect at it. Okay, so let's make the transformation. And now, okay, just check out after applying the transformation, I'm using this symbol. It is read as equivalent to, we are transforming in row 2, so row 1 elements I'm writing as it is. Just remember the transformation has to be done with each element of that particular row or that particular column. Okay, now since we are doing it for R2, what is it? 3 minus 3R1. So here we get 3 minus 3 into 1, that is 3 minus 3, that's 0. Then 4 minus 3 into 2. So here we get 4 minus 3 into 2 is 6. 4 minus 6, that gives you minus 2. Okay, this is the desired answer. Okay, check out the new sum. Next one is convert this given matrix into an identity matrix. Okay, I hope you know what is an identity matrix. I will write it here. Now, I'm not doubting your practice, but this is where I need to explain something. Whenever you are asked to transform a matrix into an identity matrix, what you need to do is check out this element at position A11. It should be 1 first of all, okay, and if it is not 1, then use a particular transformation and try to convert this into 1. Then use this one and make this A210 first of all, okay, and then come to next column. See that this bottom right corner one is a 1. If not, use a transformation, make it 1, and then move upwards and make these element as 0 by using this one. Now why I'm saying by using the transformated or converted element, because it becomes easier then. Okay, you will see it when we solve the sum. Now let's take the matrix as let A is equal to 1 minus 1 2 3. Okay, now first transformation, see A11, it is already 1, so no need to do anything. What you need to stress on is we need to convert 2 to 0, so we need to transform in R2. See the previous sum, it was easy. If you have understood that, it will be easier for you to convert this into 0 as R2 minus 2R1. Okay, so I applied that, and let's see what answer we get for this row 1. Nothing has to be done, so I have written the elements as it is. Here R2 minus 2R1, R2 we have 2 minus 2 into 1, so 2 minus 2, that gives you 0. Then 3 minus 2 into minus 1. Okay, in case if you're having any doubt as what will be the answer, just write it down or work out in the rough column. R2, here we have 3 minus 2 into minus 1, so that gives us 3 plus 2, that is 5. So we're getting here 5. Okay, next what we need to do, this 5 is to be converted as into 1. See, as I explained here, so try converting this into 1. Now check out, see all the 4 mathematical operators, plus, minus, multiplication and division, anyone can be used, but you need to take care and you need to be careful that the elements which have already been converted does not change by value. So if I do here 5 minus 4, or maybe 5 plus 4 into this minus 1, so I'll get here 1, right? But then this value will change. So if I divide this by 5, so I'll get 1 here, and if I divide this by 5, it will not change, it will give you 0 itself. So in R2, here I get the next transformation. R2, I will make changes as 1 upon 5 into R2. Okay, so I'm getting 0 1. Okay, now last task to convert this minus 1 into 0. Simple. What we can do, we can just add these two. We have to use this element to make this one 0. So if I add minus 1 plus 1, it will give me 0 here. And check out here, 1 plus 0, you'll get 1 only. Okay, so it's not making any difference to the elements which are already converted. So our next transformation is R1 plus R2. So this is going to be converted or changed in R1. I write R2 elements as it is. R1, what happens? 1 minus 1 plus 1, 0. Okay, this is what was asked. We have converted the given matrix into an identity matrix. Okay, check out the last sum for this exercise. Transfer into an upper triangular matrix by suitable column transformation. What we need to check properly is upper triangular matrix we have to complete the given matrix into, and use column transformation. Okay, no row transformation. So R1, R2, R3 shouldn't be seen here while performing the transformation. Okay, now when you use a column transformation, see that A11 is 1 and then move row wise. Okay, so convert these two as 0, and then this one you see that it is 1, and then convert the other two as 0 using this one, and then convert this element as 1, and then convert the remaining two as 0 using the 1 from here. But now Here in this question they have asked us to make it as an upper triangular matrix. So what is an upper triangular matrix? The elements, those are below the diagonal, that is this one and this one. These three elements we have to convert it into 0. So let's see how we can do this. First of all, now what I'll do, try to make this one as 0, okay, and it is a 1 in the next column itself, so I can use this. See previous sums how we have used the transformation in rows, same thing is to be done here. We have to work out with C1, C2 and C3. So first of all I'm making changes in I'm making transformation in C1, so I will write C1. What I'll do, 2 minus 2 into 1, okay, so C1 minus 2 C2, this is the transformation we need, okay. So our matrix A will become, once again to avoid the mistakes, we have to convert or we have to conduct the transformation in C1, so I write C2 elements as it is and C3 elements as it is. Okay, now we'll conduct it here. 1 minus 2 into minus 1, that is 1 minus minus 2, that gives you 1 plus 2, that is 3. If you are not able to do this verbally, please, it's a request that practice initially by working out aside in the rough column using pencil. And the next one, 2 minus 2 into 1, 2 minus 2 into 1, that is 2 minus 2 gives you 0. Then next 3 minus 2 into 2, that gives you 3 minus 4, that is minus 1. Okay, so this is done. One element we have successfully converted it into 0. Now let's check out what we can do for minus 1, how to convert this into 0. Okay, so I am seeing this one is going easier by using C1, so let's try it out for 2. So what I'll do, C2, in C2 I will carry out C2 plus 2 C1. Okay, fine. So our matrix A will become, now C1 has no changes, C3 has no changes, I've written the elements, and we have to make changes in C2 as C2 minus 2 C1. So minus 1 plus, sorry, C2 plus 2 C1, minus 1 plus 2 into 3. Okay, now see the next transformation. We can carry out it in C1 because we have to make this one as 0. So I make use of 4 first of all. Let's see what happens. So I have written C1. We have to transform 4 C1, 4 times C1 plus C3. So it will give us minus 4 plus 4. This will get 0. Okay, let's see what answer we get then. Okay, we have to make transformation in C1, so I write remaining elements of C2 and C3 as it is. Okay, now here 4 C1, that is 4 into 3 gives us 12 plus C3, 12 plus 2, you get 14. 0, 4 into C1, 4 into 0 gives us 0, plus 3 gives us 3. And then minus 1, 4 into minus 1, minus 4 plus 4 gives us 0. Okay, so now this one became 0, but the element in this place, A21, became 3. So no issues. We will try to make use of one more transformation so that this becomes 0. We have to make changes in column 1. We can use this. Okay, yes, see now it is easy. So C1, I make transformation C1 minus 3 C2. Okay, so we are getting again a C2 and C3 elements. I will write and copy down same. Okay, here what we are getting, C1 minus 3 C2, here 14 minus 3 into 5, that is 15. 14 minus 15 gives us minus 1. 3 minus 3 into 1, oh, that gives us 0. Fine, then 0, I hope this doesn't change, 0 minus 3 into 0, so 0 minus 0 gives us 0. Well, this is it. We are done making this matrix or converting the given matrix into a upper triangular matrix. Okay, see, this is how the transformations are done or used to convert the given matrices into the required matrix, whichever is asked. Just by mere practicing, you will master this all. Okay, and that's it with the exercise 2.1 in this video. Thank you for practicing, and keep studying.